My name is Colleen Boland, and I'm a native of Corning, New York, and I'm now a resident of Tompkins County. I'm here to urge the DEC to take another look at its proposed rule that would limit carbon emissions from power plants. That rule must also limit the other major greenhouse gas, methane, which plays a major role in the ongoing climate crisis. I would like to address this issue as a veteran, and on behalf of Veterans for Climate Justice. I served 4 years in the U.S. Army and then served in the U.S. Air Force, from which I retired as a Senior Master Sergeant. While on active duty, I traveled to over 20 countries. In a later position at Cornell, I traveled to Syria. Many of these countries were places where drinking water was scarce and made children sick. I saw firsthand how climate change and other environmental calamities breed social conflict and threaten security. Between 2014 and 2016, I helped organize a sustained civil disobedience campaign to halt dangerous gas storage in salt caverns at Seneca Lake. It resulted in more than 650 arrests and generated worldwide press and attention. Our central activity was blockading trucks in a form of civil disobedience that, as it's practiced around the world now and out of necessity, is being called climate disobedience. One of my roles at Seneca Lake was to organize logistics and work on communications. That just so happened to be my role in the Army, in the Air Force, and at the White House. Other military veterans were part of this struggle, just as we are on the front lines of climate justice fights throughout the United States, including at Standing Rock, where I stood with 4,000 veterans. As you know, we won the fight at Seneca Lake. The Houston-based company that sought to store natural gas in the salt caverns along the shoreline canceled their plans for expansion. And thanks to the DEC's wise and very appropriate decision to deny LPG storage permits, the plan for propane storage is also canceled. What I want you to know, Your Honor, is that military veterans played a leading role in that struggle. In fact, one of our many blockades consisted entirely of veterans from all branches of the military. I myself was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct for my actions on that day. As a soldier and airman who served my country faithfully, earned a bunch of medals of honor, including one I received for good conduct, I'm most proud of my charges of disorderly conduct, which I received for taking a stand against fossil fuel build-out right here at home on Seneca Lake. In July 2015, the Department of Defense released a major report documenting how climate change is a security risk because, and I'm quoting here now, it degrades living conditions, human security, and the ability of governments to meet the basic needs of their populations. There are 20 years worth of reports that sound the alarm as well. When our naval and air bases are battered by storm surges and rising seas, our military readiness is threatened. In sum, climate change is first and foremost a human rights issue, and that's why I'm proud to serve on the climate justice movement. What climate scientists call data, we in the military call intelligence. Good data is good intelligence. A stable climate creates the conditions for stable governments and stable geopolitics. I and many other New York veterans are committed to fighting for renewable energy. Please revise this proposed rule so that it supports and catalyzes the transformation of our energy system away from all fossil fuel and toward a system that respects life, health, and national security. Thank you for letting me go over time.